Hi everyone, I'm Roberto and today I've got a new pen. Lots of artists talk about this particular pen online and so I finally bought one. Let's find out what's the deal. This is the Sailor Fude the Mannen, I think it's correct, fountain pen. Apparently it is great for sketching and drawing for its particular detail, its nib. The nib is not straight like a standard fountain pen, but it's bent at an angle. Exactly, it forms a 55-degree angle. I think there is also a 40-degree angle on the market though. It comes with two cartridges, again water-soluble ink type, but there is a converter that you can buy separately and you can fill with the ink of your choice, like with probably every fountain pen on the market. So today we're going to do another ink and wash black and white sketch. Why is this pen great for it though? The bent nib allows to make strokes from thin to thick, which makes it great for calligraphy, but also for laying down lots of ink to cover shadow areas as quick as possible. And with more ink put down on paper, then we can achieve darker values once we apply a bit of water with the use of the water brush. I also really like the idea of having at least one water-soluble ink pen in my sketching kit for those moments in which I don't have enough time to take out my watercolor set and I need to move fast and fill in shadows really quickly. Today we are sketching from this picture. It's not an easy subject, there are lots of little details. It is definitely a challenge, but my goal is to try to stay focused on the big picture, which is the light and the shadow contrast and the shapes and the edges these create, without getting absorbed and tunnel visioned into the micro details. Let's see if I can succeed. Starting directly with a pen without a preliminary drawing in pencil, it's a great way to add looseness to our sketch. The idea is that by removing the possibility of erasing and correcting, we automatically put more attention towards our marks, but also learn to accept and live with our mistakes. At the same time, we might also appreciate how sometimes mistakes actually do turn into little happy accidents. But then again, in order to probably have those happy accidents, you would want to leave a mistake sitting down for a while and assess it later with fresh eyes. Learning to let go is a big part of art as well as life. And I talked about that a bit more in a previous video. I leave a link, I think upper right corner, you can check it out if you want later. So I start my sketch with putting down thin lines, exploring the subject, proportions and positions on the paper. As I said, I'm drawing directly with the pen, so I can't really erase my lines, right? And I want to build up the drawing before committing to thicker and darker lines. Going directly with the ink, it's a good way to practice and develop confidence. Another thing I really like about that is that removing the eraser completely from the equation forces us to learn to let go of perfectionism and also embrace the flow of the moment. But don't be too scared to try. One thing to remember is that it's way more important to finish the sketch rather than trying to make it perfect. Once I've positioned my drawing and I know where the relevant elements are, I start drawing thicker lines. I reserve the bold ones for the shadow areas, because once we are going over the ink with water, bolder lines will make darker values, simply because there is more ink to blend. This approach to sketching is becoming one of my favorites, seriously. The more I practice it, the more I realize how quick it makes the whole process. And because the idea is to actually pay attention where to put thicker lines, and you want to put those in the shadow areas, it forces us to pay more attention to the behavior of the light rather than trying to fill in the contours of an object, which again is a basic principle of painting. So even by practicing this one little aspect, we are going to be able to drastically transform our little sketches in beautiful little paintings. When I'm going over the sketch with the use of the water brush, if I want more water on the paper, I'll just give a gentle squeeze to the brush pen and more water will dilute the ink more, which in turn will give us lighter values. And as a bonus content, I was not particularly happy of how the first sketch turned out, so I tried it again. The only problem is I forgot to record the sketching part, so I only have the part where I go over the pen with the water brush. But at least you can see the difference and what I improved from the first sketch. If you think I improved something, of course. Which one is your favorite one, A or B? Let me know in the comment. I hope you enjoyed this video, give it a try as well, and see you in the next one. Bye!